They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray off play action. Flush to his right. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Evans has it left side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this. What I can guarantee you, there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking.
And this is caught inside the 5. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Kamara.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Again, Kamara.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now Haskins to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 41, Haskins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They go play action now. Haskins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's going to launch it for Washington, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that'll back him up 5. Set him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. On play action, it's Murray. This complete to Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, they started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Play fake. Murray. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of the defense.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They go play action with Haskins. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
A gain of 3, second down. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray now. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. He's got Smith here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Haskins. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. John Johnson with the INT. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. A quick throw complete to Washington. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll get it right back to Washington. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. PAT up and good by Rosas. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. "15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, kill, kill. Motion, motion. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that? 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
Check 24. Watch 24.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
You got tank. You got tank. You got tank right there. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Ricky.
Now it's Haskins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. DK Metcalf. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun now for Murray. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Murray. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing now is Murray. And finding the tight end Hooper. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone for Jones. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting them the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Slap. Hey, you're on the nine over there. You're on the nine. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic.
Here's Haskins. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. DK Metcalf, 79 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the gun, Murray. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darrell Taylor able to get him for a loss of about 3. Murray with a 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going for it. It's Murray. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Haskins looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On play action, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Murray steps away. Back to Kamara for another catch. Touchdown, Chicago! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The drive starts with a completion left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. We ain't giving up nothing. Mike 43.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
43 is the mic. That's not new. Check. Crouch. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Here's Haskins to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Now it's Haskins. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, here's Haskins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McLaughlin for the extra point. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Things were looking really good at half, Charles, but the story has changed, and they just sat this offense on the sideline, watch another touchdown go in the wrong direction. They're really getting blitzed in the second half.
And the pressure is really on because they need a big-time drive to calm things down. But as you mentioned, things have really gone in the wrong direction. The momentum's all on the other side of the ball. Their offense has now given their defense a lot of confidence. You know they're going to get after them here.
Here's Murray from midfield. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Throwing again on second down. Murray flush to his right. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. The Bears on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Ashton Davis. 30, 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Try to run down some clock with Kamara, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bears could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And the 49er hands team does its job. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Pressure gets to Haskins, and down he goes. Derek Wolfe in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and 20.
16, I got you. Check 26, check 26. Pass it. No.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Third and 2, now Haskins. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Here we go. It's Haskins on fourth down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told... And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.